January 1943. Guadalcanal was supposed to be secured. The major battles were over. The front lines had stabilized. American forces believed the worst was behind them. They were wrong. At Point Cruz, along the northern coast of the island, an entire U.S. infantry battalion found itself pinned down, not by artillery, not by machine guns, but by something far more terrifying: invisible rifles. The jungle at Guadalcanal was not just terrain. It was a weapon. Towering coconut palms formed a natural canopy more than 20 meters high. Dense undergrowth swallowed sound. Heat and humidity soaked everything: uniforms, weapons, optics, nerves. Somewhere above, hidden among the fronds, Japanese snipers waited. They did not fire often. They did not fire wildly. They fired perfectly. A man would step forward and fall. A helmet would tilt and drop. A voice would shout and go silent. Within 72 hours, 14 American soldiers were dead. No one could see where the shots were coming from. Intelligence estimates soon confirmed the nightmare. There were only 11 Japanese snipers. 11 men had stopped an entire battalion. They were positioned high in the coconut trees, lashed to the trunks with rope, camouflaged with leaves and netting. From above, they could observe movement, select targets, and disappear again into the green void. Return fire was useless. The Americans were fighting enemies they could not see. The U.S. Army had snipers of its own. On paper, they were well equipped. The Springfield M1903A4, the Army's standard sniper rifle, was accurate, powerful, and reliable under normal conditions. Guadalcanal was not normal. The jungle humidity fogged the rifle scopes within minutes. Lenses clouded. Adjustments failed. Precision vanished. Worse still, the rifle's military bolt was stiff and slow, designed for discipline, not speed. In the split seconds of jungle combat, it was a fatal weakness. By the time a shooter reacquired his target, the sniper in the trees was already gone. Or worse, already firing again. Fear spread faster than bullets. Soldiers avoided open ground. Patrols slowed to a crawl. Movement became hesitant, cautious, paralyzed. Every rustle in the leaves sounded like death. The battalion could not advance. It could not maneuver. It could barely breathe. Commanders realized the truth. This was not a firefight. It was a hunt, and the Americans were the prey. Standard doctrine had failed. Machine guns could not elevate high enough. Mortars risked friendly fire. Blind firing into trees wasted ammunition and revealed positions. Something unconventional was needed. Something personal. Something dangerous. And that was when a quiet man stepped forward, carrying a rifle he was never supposed to have. His name was John George. He was not a regular soldier. Before the war, he was a civilian champion marksman from Illinois, a hunter and competitive shooter who understood weapons not as regulation items, but as tools. When he shipped out to the Pacific, he brought something with him. A rifle the Army did not authorize. A rifle his officers despised. A rifle they openly mocked. A Winchester Model 70. A civilian hunting rifle. What followed would change sniper warfare forever. 11 snipers had frozen an army. 14 men were already dead. And the solution would not come from doctrine, command manuals, or regulation equipment, but from a bastard rifle no one trusted.
In the brutal jungle warfare of Guadalcanal, where Japanese snipers reigned supreme, a young Marine named John George found himself in a desperate situation. The standard issue M1 Garand rifles were proving ineffective against the camouflaged enemy, their semi-automatic fire too loud, their ammunition too powerful for precise, silent kills. George, a former civilian target shooter, knew he needed a different kind of weapon. He had a deep understanding of ballistics and marksmanship, skills honed not on a battlefield, but on a firing range. He knew the M1 Garand, while a formidable battle rifle, was not a sniper's tool. He needed a bolt-action rifle, one that offered superior accuracy and the ability to use specialized ammunition. His choice: the Winchester Model 70, a civilian hunting rifle chambered in .30-06 Springfield. It was a weapon designed for precision, not mass production, and it was exactly what George needed. But there was a problem. The Army, steeped in tradition, viewed the Model 70 with disdain. It wasn't standard issue, it wasn't military, and it certainly wasn't what they wanted their Marines using. They called it the bastard rifle, a civilian weapon unfit for the battlefield. George, however, knew better. He knew its capabilities, and he knew it could save lives. The Japanese snipers continued their deadly work, picking off Marines with impunity. Their tactics were brutal, their positions often undetectable until it was too late. George's Model 70, with its heavy barrel and telescopic sight, offered a distinct advantage. It was accurate, powerful, and, most importantly, quiet. After much argument, George was finally given permission to use his bastard rifle. But with a caveat, he had to prove its worth. His mission: eliminate the Japanese snipers who were terrorizing his unit. It was a dangerous task, one that required stealth, patience, and deadly accuracy. George, alone, began to stalk his prey. He moved through the dense jungle, a ghost in the shadows, his Model 70 his only companion. He found his first target, a sniper hidden high in a tree. One shot, clean and precise, and the sniper fell. Then another and another. The Japanese, who had once been so confident, began to panic. Their snipers, once untouchable, were now being hunted. George's bastard rifle was turning the tide, proving its worth with every silent kill. It was a turning point in the sniper war on Guadalcanal. But the story of John George and his Winchester Model 70 doesn't end there. The most incredible chapter was yet to come. Chapter 3: The Calm Before the Storm. John George, with his Winchester Model 70, had already proven the effectiveness of his bastard rifle against Japanese snipers on Guadalcanal. But the enemy, though shaken, was not defeated. They adapted, changing their tactics, trying to lure George into a trap. George, however, was a master of observation. He began to notice a pattern: two snipers, always working together, one as bait, the other as the killer. He devised a plan. He would expose himself, drawing the bait sniper's fire, knowing the second sniper would then reveal his position. It was a dangerous gamble, but George was confident in his rifle and his skills. He knew the Model 70 could deliver the precision he needed. He took his position, exposed himself, and waited. The first shot came, a near miss, confirming his suspicions. Then, the second sniper, thinking he had George cornered, revealed himself. It was a fatal mistake. In a mere 8 seconds, George fired 2 shots. 2 snipers, 2 kills. The jungle fell silent. The Japanese were stunned. Their elite sniper network, once so feared, was collapsing under the relentless precision of one Marine and his bastard rifle. George's personal tally of confirmed kills reached 35, a testament to his skill and the superior accuracy of the Winchester Model 70. The Army, which had once scorned his weapon, now respected it. The bastard rifle had earned its place in history. The story of John George and the Winchester Model 70 is a powerful reminder that sometimes the most effective tools are not the ones dictated by doctrine, but by ingenuity and a deep understanding of the task at hand.